Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Memphis Tigers offense will have the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, they really could have used that pass there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. It picks up just a little bit of yards. How about the other? So the Troy Trojans offense will take the field for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope. Offense in a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Connor. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. From the gun. Wants to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it...
They've got the play ball up. Oh, it's out. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. 3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. Lewis wants to pass. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
Pass interference, offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. going to get a chance to field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they can't make the connection. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the sideline. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down to the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Troy! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer. Right in the bread basket. Nice play. Nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to ball locate it and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. You could win a lot of trivia challenges if you ask how long's it been since Memphis had a losing season. They've reeled off 11 straight winning campaigns, and Ryan Silverfield does it without big-time. Turning it on! They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set it down, continue to wear on this defense.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the...
And he roars into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. sees it and does the rest, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground. The guys will have another look at this Troy offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Snagged in the middle. It's Connor.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's Crowder. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw.
And the draw play, you know, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Fair catches, signal made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping it? Down. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the back. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it with the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. To the air, it's Crowder. Makes the catch. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball... Whose offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Sure hands, it's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to run it. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Here's a hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the shotgun and handoff to the back. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work. Yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Looking left, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. Fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less productive.
There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Jukes his way for more. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. 1st down. Lewis to throw. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense will have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Gonna swing it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Memphis heads to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He'll try the left side. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Tried to give it enough body English, buddy. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life real.
He's got it down the right side. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Back to throw. It's Crowder. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Higgins. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. The Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Connor. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. And they spike it to stop the clock. And here comes the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
A lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback moving. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Lewis wants to pass. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Nice, just enough space to cross. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the tight end. Give to the running back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Trojans send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Flushed out of the pocket. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Finds his man. It's Smith. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Drop the football and they'll down. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. give to the single back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Can't make the connection. Down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 12 to Duke. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running it to the right. Crosses the 45. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
So that's a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Gets it out quickly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You throw in the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13.
And what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 20. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Crowder. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got an open man. Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Takes a handoff. It's Meadows. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Bunch formation for these receivers. The hand to the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rushes on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The Trojans will call on their punt team. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help the quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. There he goes. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up, excited, the fans were loud, rushed the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Creates a little space. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Power football with the run.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. That's caught. It's Johnson. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't get him to the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one is perfect. They push the lead to 4 here in the 4th. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
For some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Crowder. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board. 3rd down, now they're staring at 4th down. And the Trojans will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give on the option.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, offense.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. The inside handoff. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will... to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. To the air. It's Crowder. Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Meadows. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Connor. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job handing off to him and getting the 1st down, but with the scoreboard looking how it does, you've got to throw the ball. You've got to go hurry up, you've got to get plays run quickly, and you've got to throw it down the field to get back in this game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Trojans in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Duke. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen,
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through He will signal for the fair catch and take it just 5. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And the Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job. Quarterback to get it done on the ground. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. After run, now throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Connor. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Here he goes. He's at the top. Touchdown, Troy. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for 2. You've got to have a 2-point play dialed up right now. What can you...
And the defense swarms him under the 2-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game.
And I would say this is one of the hardest things to do in football. When you know an onside kick is coming, you're not going to get it very often, but they perform it, and they got a chance to go down the field now and go win this game.
Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Meadows. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a little space. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He got it. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
It out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it. He was panicking every really. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. And I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David,